Yo, man, you're probably asking, who the fuck is this guy talking about prize picks? I've never seen or heard of this dude. Well, let me tell you, I'm the Degenerate 75. I'm mainly a DFS player, pretty high level DFS player, and I've had a channel for, like the last 7 weeks or so, and it's been growing quickly. And the more success I've had at DFS, I've had my guy GS Luke get me into prize picks. And over the past 3 weeks, I've started playing it using the same analysis that I use at DFS, and I've been having a lot of success with it. And I thought, hey, why don't I just fucking make a prize picks video and share this same knowledge with the people? So that's what we're going to try tonight. Is it going to be bad? Fucking probably. Okay, my first video that I did with for DFS was pretty fucking shitty, but I've gotten a lot better at that. So let's just roll with it. For all of you that don't know, I am the Degenerate 75. You see that right below me? Go follow me on Twitter. Also, give me a follow on YouTube because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by this weekend before I take off for Vegas, so I win a really big bet. I appreciate it. You'll probably find that if you follow me, you probably win money more than you lose it, or at least lose it slower than you used to. I can't help it if you're a donkey ass to make stupid decisions, but what I can do is teach you the process. What you want to know about this channel is I'm not going to give you picks. I'm not going to spoon feed you shit. If you want that, you go give your money to the fucking tout sites and let them give you picks and shit like that. I'm going to teach you the process, maybe try to give you some plus EV moves. That's expected value if you're kind of noob to the game. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to shut the fuck up now. I'm going to get going. I want to keep these shorter. And let's get going. My first run at a prize pick show. Here we go. First thing you want to look at when you're doing prize picks, there's going to be a lot of teaching. I used to be a teacher. Fucking deal with it, okay? Maybe you're already a pro with this and you just want some picks. Probably ain't going to get them here, brother. So, here we go. Today, how did the course play? Because this tells us a lot. The course played a good quarter shot over par, and a lot of you are probably thinking, what the fuck, man? I was told this is going to be a goddamn birdie fest, and I ain't seeing many birdies. Well, you're right. Today did play hard, and I kind of saw this coming. Like, I did not do any prize picks today because I was kind of concerned when I saw this right here. Go to PGA Tour Communications over on Twitter, and they post where the flags are going to be for the day. And I was like, damn, that's a lot of tucked pins. Those don't look like birdie pins to me. And today kind of played tough. Not to mention, which we'll check in just a minute, it was windy as fuck out there today. And when it's windy and pins are tucked, it's tough to score. And so I didn't love today being the birdie fest narrative that everybody thought it would be. So I chilled the fuck out on prize picks. Hopefully, our guys have posted the flags for tomorrow. Oh, shit, look at that. They're already up. Let's go, right as I start this. We'll come back to that in a minute. But what we want to talk about is the course played a quarter shot over par tomorrow, or today. But something worth noting is if you break it down by splits, notice the morning did play under par. So when they had the softer conditions before it baked out a little bit in the afternoon and the winds picked up, it played almost 3/4 of a shot different between the morning and the afternoon. So the morning guys were having a lot more success. Just go see JT Poston. Fucking lit this place up. So this course, I'm telling you, I have a feeling it is going to play significantly easier tomorrow. And I think a lot of people are going to overreact to today and what happened and how the course basically played over par at the Birdie Fest. And they're going to want to go bet, all the numbers the wrong side. But what they're not doing is they need to go look at the weather. And the biggest things you want to look at is wind. Today, it was consistently double digits all day, gusting up into the high 20s. Tomorrow, you ain't got shit. If you're saying, oh, we turned up there in the morning, I see some 20s. Okay, well, first of all, those are just gusts. It never gets above 13 miles an hour. And those gusts, that is when there's possible thunderstorms in the area. If you go look at tomorrow morning, this is the Weather Channel. I've heard they do weather. You go look at 6, 7, 8 a.m., thunderstorms that whole time. That is a blessing in disguise. If you're just a prize pick fucking degenerate that just goes and picks random people because you need a bet for whatever reason, then you're going to really hate this. Because I'm going to break this down analytically for you and show you why we can get an advantage off of this. These thunderstorms that range from 3 a.m. all the way through to about 9 a.m. are almost 50% every single hour. So there's a good chance we're going to see some rain tomorrow morning in the Quad Cities area up in Illinois. Yeah, no one fucking knows where it's at. So why does that matter? Well, first of all, that's going to be our little winds that are going to be blowing in the morning. And if there are thunderstorms making those winds blow, play is going to be delayed anyway. So we're not going to really have to worry about those winds. By the time they actually get out there on the course and start playing, it is going to be ideal conditions. Furthermore, most importantly, this course needs a little bit of rain to soften it up. And if we get that rain just a little bit, just a quarter of an inch will be enough to soften up these greens. And these guys will be fucking throwing darts tomorrow. Especially once you factor in that once they actually get out on the course and start playing their full rounds, 10 a.m. all the way through 4 or 5 p.m., it's going to be a fucking birdie fest. I'm telling you, it's going to play like the John Deere we expected to play like tomorrow, not what we got today. Always check more than one site. We're fucking adults here. And as you can see, you go over here to Willy Weather, same thing. They never have the wind getting above 8 miles an hour at any point tomorrow. That is not tough to play in. You don't even feel 8 mile an hour winds. So you got to know that heading in. That's the most important thing. That will affect the overall score, and that is where you can find tons of value. Now let's go check out these pin placements before I forget. So let's see. 1, that's in the front. Okay, 2, 3, 4. So easy, not easy, not easy, easy, medium, easy, easy, not easy, easy. The flags are definitely not as tucked. There's some tucked ones, but I see at least, I would count that, not that one, not that one, not that one. It looks like probably more like 8 holes of pretty accessible pins tomorrow. They still have some very tough tucked holes. 13, 16, 17, 18 are tucked pins. However, the pins by and large, go look at round 1 and then come look at round 2. Compare them. You can see for yourself. I only counted 3 pins that I would have counted accessible today. The John Deere, I guess, got tired of getting shit on for being a birdie fest and went and tucked some motherfather pins today. And they made it quite tough. And then you factor in you had the wind and a dry course. John Deere actually played like a real fucking golf course today, didn't it? It did. Yeah, it was a birdie fest. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. With you guys and all your donkey Adam Hadwin chalk. Oh yeah, so I do DFS. I hope you know that's daily fantasy sports. That's like DraftKings and FanDuel. So if you're only a prize pick guy and you're just now finding me, maybe come check out my DFS videos. We do pretty good over there. We got some people winning some real money, myself included. And for all you DFS guys that are like, I like the Degenerate 75, but I don't know about prize picks. Well, motherfucker, go check it out. I live in a shit ass state called Oklahoma, and they don't allow sports betting on golf or any sport. But for whatever reason, prize picks is legal. I guess because it's like a prop bet and they don't take a rake or some technicality bullshit like that. So I get to play this, and I enjoy betting on golf, so I play the shit out of some prize picks. Well, at least for the last 3 weeks, and I've been very successful at it just by picking my battles, not being a degenerate gambler and just, I pick this one, this one, this one, this one. I only bet when I see an edge. That's why I didn't make a video yesterday, because I didn't think there was going to be much of an edge, so I set the fuck out. And am I playing tomorrow? Yes, because I think there is an edge. I do think this weather's going to come through for us, and we're going to have ideal scoring conditions. The pins look not as easy as I was hoping, but certainly easier than today. So let's get to the board here. Where's my prize picks? Prize picks, here we go. First thing, go over here to PGA. If you're not on prize picks, I'm pretty sure they give you like matching up to $100 credit for your first deposit. So you're definitely going to want to be in on that. First thing, let's go look at, everybody always wants to do birdies and better matchups, strokes and birdies are better, but I'm telling you the biggest EV moves are fairways, hits, and greens in regulation. So I already have all these guys starred here. And we're going to look and just see if we can find a couple bets that we see some plus EV on. The first thing you want to look at is, let's go star our 13 guys right here. And let's go look at fairways gained. You have Bez, Grillo, Poston, McCarthy, Maverick McNeely, all picking up fairways gained. They would have all covered their bets today, right? But that could just be a one-round blip on the radar. So what we want to do is we now want to go check these guys in the larger sample. And let's go see, are these guys traditionally good at hitting fairways? And when you do that, you go click on them and you see guys who are typically good at hitting fairways. Ches is like the king of hitting them, although I'm pretty sure today he lost a shit ton. Yeah, he only hit 6 of 13 fairways today. And PrizePicks is being pretty smart. They still have Ches as the only guy that's at 10, so they're not giving in to that one-round thing. So Bez, Grillo, let's go check them out. Bez and Grillo, are they traditionally good at hitting fairways? Bez is an above average player hitting fairways, and he hit fairways today. You gotta like that. Grillo is a really good, very above average, picks up almost 1 full shot per round on fairways gained, so he tends to hit them. So now we've seen guys who are playing well and guys who traditionally do that. Now let's go look at their numbers and make sure they don't have an asinine number. The reason I don't like Chez's fairways is you only get 14 fairways to hit, right? Because there's 14 non-par 4s, and those are the fairways hit. So you'd never want to bet a number 10 or 10.5 because basically you only have 3 holes to play with then before you lose the fucking bet. And you don't want that. You want your number starting at 9.5, preferably 9. At 9, they can miss 5 fairways and you can still get a push out of it. So when I see Bez at 9.5, and I know he traditionally hits fairways, and I see he's already hitting fairways here, I see Grillo at 9.5, and he's hitting fairways, and he traditionally hits fairways. These are numbers I like. Now let's go I really like these guys down here at 9, right? Like I see Charles Howell at 9. How did Charles Howell do at hitting the fairways today? He hit 9 of 14, so he would have been a push. Well, let's go look and see. How does Mr. Howell do traditionally at hitting fairways? He is, just slightly above average. So is that a big EV move? I would say no. But if you think that conditions are going to play easier tomorrow, which I think they will, you got to give everybody probably a half a shot gained. Maverick McNeely was hitting the shit out of some fairways today, hit 10 out of 14, so he would easily have covered his 9 that they're giving him. But let's go look and see. Is Maverick McNeely traditionally good at hitting fairways? No, he's fucking terrible. Well, he's actually like slightly below average. He's like just net 0. So that's not a guy I'm looking to play because traditionally he's not great at hitting fairways. Webb Simpson, fairways gained. He's above average. Let's go check out old Webb. What does he got to hit? Is he 9.5? Yeah, he's 9.5. Let's see how he did today. Not very good. Only hit 8 of 14. So these are the ways that you look at statistics and find it. The two guys that I see a clear plus EV, guys that are hitting fairways in this tournament, in tougher conditions, and who are traditionally good at doing it, are Grillo and Bez. Am I going to put them in my player pool of parlays that I'm going to play tomorrow? Probably. But I'm not giving you picks. If you play them and they don't hit and you bitch at me, shut the fuck up. I don't care. I didn't tell you to play them. I'm giving you a way to go look at this data and see what is sustainable evidence and what's just fucking a blip on the radar. Hope you understand that, because if you at me, I'll throat punch you. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. So that was a good one. Greens in regulation. Really like this one too. Greens in regulation, if you don't know, a green in regulation is just when you get on the green 2 shots lower than par. So if it's a par 3, you got to get on a 1, a par 4 on and 2, and a par 5 on and 3. I always want to see an 11.5 or a 12. Why? Because there's 18 holes. And if I can get an 11.5, he only has to put it on the green in regulation 2 of 3 holes, and I'm going to cover the bet. Once you start getting up to 12.5s, it gets a little scarier because now you're only working with 5 holes before you lose. At least when you get 6, you are, you can still push with 12, which is nice. So that difference in 12 and 12.5 makes a big difference to me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go look at greens in regulation today. Who tore it up? Well, of course, JT Poston tore it up. He was 16 of 18 when he had like 900 birdies today. Charles Howell did very well. When I think of greens and regulations machines, Charles Howell is that. The guy throws it at the center of the green no matter what. His mom's life could be on the line if he gets a birdie. He's going to put it 35 feet to the right every time. So Charles Howell, greens and regulation machine. Let's go see if this is supported by this. Who's good at greens and regulations? Oh, would you fucking look at that. Charles Howell is traditionally great at it. Now let's go see what his number is. See if PrizePicks is laying a lazy number on us. They have him at 12.5, which sucks. If Charles Howell was at 12, that would be the definition of a huge EV smash play. 12.5, still probably a plus EV play, but it's not a smash play like if he were at 12. Let's go see if any of these other guys were really putting it on today and are traditionally good at greens and regulation. Let's go. Poston is good at greens and regulation. He did put it on. Now let's go pray his number's 12. I doubt they'll put a lazy number out there like that. He's 12.5. Well, shit. Let's go try again. Greens and regulation. Who else is putting it on? Bez. Now, I already know Bez is 12.5. I don't trust McCarthy. Emiliano Grillo. He got 14 of 18 greens and regulations today. Let's go verify that he is traditionally good at greens and regulation. He is slightly above average. Not a lot. However, I bet is only he's at 12.52. Well, shit, I got to tell you, PrizePicks getting pretty sharp on these lines. So, let's see. I got to find one more, right? I'd like to find at least 2. Anybody else good? Lucas Glover sucked today. Zach Johnson. Let's go see how Zach Johnson's been doing. He is horrific at greens and regulation historically, so I'm not going to play him. All right, fuck it. We're on to the next one. So, we got 2 in fairways hit we like. We got 1 in greens and regulation that we like. And most importantly, I'm teaching you how to look at this shit yourself. And by the way, if you're like, I don't have that site you're using, just go fucking use Data Golf. It's free, asshole. Okay, birdies are better. This one, I was really hoping they were going to lay some 3.5s and 4s. Basically, if I think birdies are going to be had tomorrow. This is probably the biggest one. This and strokes are where you're going to do it. I would really stay away from birdies or better matchups tomorrow because you just don't really know motivation. You just don't really know how guys that are going to be going for it, guys that are going to double bogey. Just go chase the birdies because I think there's going to be a lot of guys tomorrow, especially those guys trying to make the cut, that are just going to fire at every flag pin. They're going to have 6 birdies and 4 bogeys. And they're going to easily cover your bets, even though their round score maybe not that great. And guys, let's see. Let's go see who are some guys that were good, or who are traditionally good at birdie or better. Let's go over here to birdie or better. Go click on birdie or better. Guys, let's click on our guys. Who are some guys? Adam Hadwin is traditionally great at birdies or better. Adam Hadwin is going to be chasing tomorrow. Adam Hadwin was garbage today. So Adam Hadwin is a guy that I would probably take the over on 4.5 birdies because he shot +4 today. The only way he's making the cut tomorrow is legit 7 or 8 birdies. He's going to fire at every pin. We know the guy can score. And if you don't know, for DFS, I hope you play both of these. He's donkey chalk. So you know his ass is going to rally and make the cut just to piss me the fuck off tomorrow. So Adam Hadwin seems like a guy that checks a lot of boxes that I'm looking for. Somebody that could go score tomorrow and get 5 birdies easily. Because I think it's going to be easier scoring conditions. That's my narrative. If you disagree with it, fucking weatherman, well then play the other way. Let's see here. Birdies are better. Other guys that are really good at it, I cannot believe Charles Howell is good at it. Maverick McNeely is really good at birdies are better. Let's go see. Is Maverick McNeely? He's 1 under. Hopefully they're only laying a 4 on him, but I bet he's 4.5, isn't he? Where you at, Mavs? Where's Mavy? Oh, there he is, 4.5, of course. So I really want these guys that are 4, because on 4, as you can imagine, it's just so much easier to push on 4. 4 almost seems like the baseline for a lot of these guys tomorrow. Like Lahiri, let's go check out what Lahiri did today. Let's see if there's anything good to say about Lahiri. Mr. Lahiri, first of all, he's right at average when it comes to this stuff. Today, birdies are better gain. Let's check this. Mr. Lahiri, he was scoring today. He did have, 1.6. He gained 1.6 on birdies gained today. His overall score is -2, and he's only got to get 4. It would seem like Lahiri would be a plus EV play tomorrow in easier scoring conditions to at least, worst case scenario, get you a push on 4 of these. That's what I would say. On the 4.5, I just have a strong conviction that Webb Simpson is going to go out there and just be fucking pin stocking tomorrow. I think Webb Simpson is a great play to get 5 birdies. I think Adam Hadwin is a great play to get 5 birdies. I think Lahiri can definitely get 4. And then I would also be looking at Shez, Grillo, and Glover because they only have to get 4 to push it. So that's what I would do. What are you doing? Get the hell out of here. And the last one, strokes. This one is the trickiest because surprisingly the course was actually giving up a lot of bogeys today, or forcing guys to take on a lot of bogeys, and because of that, you got to be careful with this. If I were going to play strokes or birdies are better, I'd definitely go birdies are better because there are some super scoreable holes. Short par 4s, the par 5s are super gettable, especially if they're able to throw darts tomorrow. However, some of the holes, there is about 6 holes that are legit tough holes. If you go look, I'm kind of curious. Let's look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes played over par, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them played a full quarter shot over par. So that lets you know that there are some holes out there with teeth on them that will get you. So that makes me more scared of playing strokes and more likely to want to play the birdies are better because that's still a 1, 2, 3, 4 shots that gave up over 1/10 of a stroke for those holes, even in the tougher conditions today. So tomorrow, really focus more on birdies are better than strokes because they may go get 6 birdies easily, but still shoot a 70 because they got 5 bogeys. So, Webb Simpson having to shoot a 69, that means even if he shoots 2 under tomorrow, which, will be an above average round. The course is only going to play about 1 to 1.5 under par tomorrow. So even if he shoots an above average round, he may just push for you. And I don't really want that. So I'd be attacking these birdies are better. I've already given you some guys to check at. Birdie or better matchup. Feel free to play them if you like them. I didn't see anybody that obviously stood out to me, but I didn't go double check everybody's scores. The thing with that is it's a Friday. You don't know how guys are going to play. Some guys are going to be playing different than other guys, and I just don't like to do that. I like to do that on the weekends. So I'm chasing strokes, birdies are better, and I gave you a couple fairways and greens and regulations to look at. Hey, I'm trying to keep these short. This was fucking under 20 minutes. Look at me go. I'm going to start trying to do these every so often when I see an advantage. But what you really want to know is I host the Showdown Hoedown. And on that station, we do DFS Showdown every Friday and Saturday night for round 3 and round 4. That's just the single round in case you don't know, new guy. But I also am doing PrizePicks now. I want to start, introducing all of this stuff that I focus on to a new audience and maybe bring some of you over to the dark side. And some of these people that are already over here on the dark side, I want to show PrizePicks to. So that's the plan. Also, tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to be doing a live Cut Sweat show at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time Zone. Come check it out. It'll probably be me talking shit about Rory, even though Rory's not playing. If you don't know, I talk a lot of shit about Rory. And we'll be watching the cut line, seeing if it moves, seeing if our guys make the cut. And you know what? I'll probably have some bets here on Cut Sweats, and on PrizePicks, and I'll be sweating those. And maybe we can sweat them together. Be in there, be in the chat, bullshit with me. It'll be the most fun, fast 90 minutes of your life. Hopefully you're at work, and that's like the last 90 minutes of your day, and then it's the fucking holiday weekend. Hey, I really appreciate you coming by. This was a good time. I probably will do it again. We'll see if I even get like 300 views on this because I've never done one of these. We'll see you next time, guys, which better be fucking tomorrow because I'm giving up my Friday afternoon to, put out a Cut Sweat show for you. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoy my outro.